right, 520 Collective. Gonna make sure that our stream is running here. And I see us on there. What's up, guys? It's 520 Collective. Eric Boston here with you. And yeah, man, shout out to the GOAT, Michael Jordan, on his birthday, Shout out to him. And then we out here winning. And you know who else is winning? Our guys over at the Bookkeeper 247. That's right, the Bookkeeper 24/7. Shout out to them for sponsoring this stream, man. Make sure you hit tbk247.com. You can see it on the screen. That's the page. They cover this whole Christian hip hop, and they do it very well. They do it at a high level. Daryl and the team, that's our guys. So make sure you go and support them. Again, that is Bookkeeper 27. Check them out, tbk247.com. So yeah, man. Again, my name is Eric Boston. Check me out on Twitter at EricBoston3. And joining me, man, it's three-fourths of the polished era. We're gonna get into that a little bit. But our guy, Intellect, is in the house. Dex is in the house. Just James. What's up, fellas?
What up? What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff to jump into. Intellect, let's start with you though, man, because you're the man of the hour right now. You got that new record with DJ Sean P that just dropped. Talk to us a little bit about winning, man.
Winning is a plan that I had this year. An album that I put out back in 2016, and this is it's a pretty important in my life it was a time where I wanted to just do something else, compelled by God to go on. So, creating that album, looking back at things 5 years later, I wasn't with at the time I was producing a lot. I really felt like the content really solid, really said a lot about at that time, but just needed to be overhauled. So what I did off of all just rework it, and the product of that, and also release the mandate. And my plan is to version of that album out as kind of like taking and doing a revise with some additional elements, because some help guys like Precise, DJ Sean P. He added some, and my homie jumped in as well. So and that's really it. But I think the that complete album is going to get people familiar with what was at that time.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to our guy Eric for the love hip hop. He's tuning in. He's hanging out in the chat in the chat with us. I know what I was trying to say. He gave a shout out to, and like I said, you're starting 2023 off nicely. I agree, man. This new record is,
Thank you.
The new record, man. It's classic. It's classic Intellect, right? And I always love when you and Sean P get on a record together, man. Like what is it about working with Sean P, man? What makes that you guys just a real special duo, man? A real special connection between the two of you.
Sean P, he's dope. You know, working with Sean P back in 20. I put out an EP called The Roost. That whole project got connected with him. I don't know if you guys, but Griffin, he's a good one for like 25 years, no, way back. And so me with DJ Sean P, because you know I wanted to just kind of get a new sound to, like, I was producing music and, you know, the songs that I was writing, but I also want someone else jump in. And so we started, and you know, Sean P is like a library. So the idea on a song with this amazing, you know, these ideas for these cuts, man, it really kind of, you know, put that on the songs that we rock with together a lot too, because a lot of our, you know, I mix and master all of my music. At that time was mastering. The time I was doing the mixing, and you know, we have a lot of conversations. We're using different strategy, and so, you know, I gleaned a lot, you know, talking with him. So, you know, I get, you know, Sean P, man, because he really just blessed me, and he's a genuine, really solid, good dude to work.
Yeah, man, and shout out to Sean P, man. That dude's been busy, man. I know he just dropped a project working with Stick Figure as well. So um it's really cool seeing what he's doing and what y'all do. Like and you know, I don't want to come across bias here because I do love the boom bap and I love what you do. So I want to get some other people weigh in. Just James, who has been on here with us before. You know, he's no stranger to 520. Man, what are you feeling on this new record, man? Winning. Tell us about it.
Man, it's time. If you talk about timing was perfect. You know, with the cover art and everything, and Jordan's birthday. I really feel like Intellect knew what he was doing. He was strategic about this one. He knew what he was doing,
Right?
and
Right?
and I shared it, and I shared it in our little chat. But he knew what he was doing, man. You know, with LeBron winning, you know, passing Kareem, he's just trying to let us know, man, that Jordan's still the GOAT, man. The
Right?
conversation is over.
Dude,
Jordan is the
there
GOAT.
is no conversation. There is no conversation about that, man. No one cares about what LeBron's doing except for LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So oh man, hey, shout out, dude. Eric's just saying Eric's loving what everyone is doing, man. He says, man, just James on a roll early this year too. No doubt,
Appreciate
man. That's why we gotta get these guys on here, man. So and we gotta talk about what y'all are doing collectively as well, right? So if you haven't checked out the record Winning, it dropped today. Go check it out. Intellect, DJ Sean P. Go run the numbers up. But you know, if people have been paying attention, man, like whenever you're putting out music, you might have noticed this little title, this little name, Polished Arrow popping up, right? Uh and now we're starting to see what is behind this, right? We've got um you know, it's coming more into focus now. I don't know, like how what do you guys officially call this? Is Polished Arrow, is this a collective? Is it a label? How are we describing what Polished Arrow is, and explain just how all this has started coming together? Whoever wants to take that one.
I would say it's probably more. I mean, and I guess in a way we kind of, you know, everybody is like signed to a label, just to kind of let, you know, those who, you know, who aren't familiar. Polished Arrow was really just that I have music under. Last year, Pro James, they reached out to me for, they wanted to kind of, and so, homies to, to me, and so how can I help? And so us working together on the time, me doing some mixing and mastering for the, us trying to leverage each when it comes to trying to figure out the best. What do we want to do? Project, how do we want to roll it out? So we just came together, and in January he reached out. He saw kind of what we were doing. We would time last year really just kind of build, and we were just kind of in the works, like the mandate in the works, and they wrote in, they were in the works. So and then also the humble mixtape. So all those things, and as we really started to get releases out, X jumped in, and we really appreciate him because he felt impressed to just, we had, really just felt like he was a perfect fit for. And so taking that momentum, and we're, not only with myself, Dex, he just put out a throw in Bandcamp, follow him. Dex Loves Jesus, that's his handle. And it slaps. It slaps. Nice. And he's gonna march called The Reckoning. His timing, the ball was, the car was rolling. But just the timing of everything has been really as organically. It's just really has been doing, because this isn't something that I had planned, and I'm not a phone here can say the same things.
Yeah, man. Well, here's what I love about it is that y'all are doing what I think we should be seeing more people do, right? Because I mean, with the way that music is put out now and the way that just the industry runs, right? It's very easy to, I think, reimagine what especially an indie label looks like now, right? It can be this grassroots, homegrown, you don't need the same stuff that a label would need 20 years ago, right, to make this work. You couldn't just hit up your boys and work for a month or whatever and put something out, right? That's not how it was before, even if you were doing independent. So I love it, man. I love what you guys are doing. And Dex, I want to shout you out, man, because you're the newest member of
Oh
this
yeah.
polished arrow, man. Like what kind of drew you to what's happening with polished
Um,
arrow, man?
yeah, man. I was online constantly looking for some brothers in Christ that was, that had that boom bap sound, and I ran across Intellect. And I was like, man, this dude stuff is dope, and it kept popping up on the 520 site. He kept popping up on all these different shows and different things I was paying attention to, and I was like, man, this dude is pretty dope. Let me reach out to him, and he hit me back. It was like, yo, it was good, And then later on that night, he agreed, and we chopped it up over the phone. Me and him stayed on the phone for a minute, man. And I got to share my testimony with him. He shared his with mine, with me, and man, we had a really time talking and fellowship. And man, it's just that was it. He introduced me to the fellas, and then he asked, like, bro, what you think, about us working together? And I was like, yeah, man, I would love it, So
Yeah, man. And then we know that you got some stuff in the works, some stuff on the way.
Yes, sir.
But in the meantime, you did kind of you got a collection of some of your past, your back catalog,
Material.
right? Up there on the mill, right?
Yeah, throwback collection. So it's a lot of the music I had put out when I first started getting into Christian hip hop. There's a lot of dudes. Some guys know, but some don't. You know, prior before this, you know, I did straight up just boom bap underground hip hop, and the first label I had my first deal with was Raucous. I did the Raucous 50. I think that's what really got me going. You know, to my music career or whatever. And later on, I got into working with a label called Hypnot, and they ended up making me the creative director for that label. And I did a lot of the work behind the scenes for them. But then I found Christ and gave my life to Christ, and you know that was it. You know, and I still wanted to use my gift as a tool to share the gospel. And you know, during that time, I was in between, and I was doing a church plant pastor that I worked with, and he said, "Yeah, man, you got to still, you know, use that gift, man, God gave you." And I went to the Christian hip hop scene, looking for some guys to work with, and I ran into Joe. He works with Youth for Christ, and that's how he got me Heroes. So in between that time, it was a lot of different music that came out with me trying to find my way in that scene that I was new to, reaching out to everybody. Hey, man, this is what I do. You know, what does it look like for me to be involved? And you know, and that's another, you know, something else we could talk to about another topic. But yeah, that's where a lot of that music came from.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, and you know, definitely here at 520, we've enjoyed the releases from Meek Heroes. You
Yeah,
know, you had a nice, you know, kind of like what we were talking about with Intellect and Sean P, right? I mean, you just get these duos, right, where they feed off each other, they complement each other, and it works. And you guys
yeah,
definitely have a unique sound with
yeah,
what
man.
you're doing, but you moving into maybe doing a little bit more solo stuff, I know.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah.
what are you most looking forward to, and how do you view yourself as far as like Dex, the member of Meek Heroes, and Dex, the solo artist, right? Like, what's kind of that difference there?
Oh man, so you know, when I hooked up with Joe with the Meek Hero stuff, it was new for me because it was more in that Christian rock scene, you know, and that was all new to me. You know, I didn't know anything about that at all, and but I really supported my brother, man, because you know he was a real humble guy. He really supported me in my walk and trying to get into, you know, putting out music. And I was like, all right, bro, let's try it out, and that's how we got Meek Hero. What I'm doing now was more in that lane of what I always did, you know, when I got to, you know, picking up the mic and what I'm really good at that I feel, you know, and you know, I think I'm out, you know, I'm not the best at it, but I know I get down, you know, uh, uh, with the lyrics. So this is more my lane, the boom bap, you know, lyricism. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm really excited, man. Definitely with the producer I'm working with, Praise. You know, he's out cold, man. He was around a lot of dudes I was working with back in the day. I did the rocket stuff, and doing, you know, when I was part of that underground hip hop scene, he worked with a lot of those dudes too. Um, so I'm really excited also. And he's working with some big dudes too in CHH right now also. Uh, so y'all get ready for him.
Yeah, man, and I totally agree, man. The style that you bring, I think, blends well with what's happening here at Polished Arrow, right? And the same thing for my guy, Just James. I mean, this is a kind of a no doubter that you're involved, right? Um, well, tell us your story of this whole Polished Arrow journey. How's it? You know, getting started? What made you be like, yeah, man, let's do this, let's go?
Yeah, I mean, me and David's relationship, I mean, it goes back a couple years now. But I'll be honest, man. Like the way I really first heard about David was just being a fan of his music and loving that sound. Because I'm right there with you. I'm a big fan of boom bap hip hop and just the old school classic sound. And so, um, coming across his stuff, and then actually getting a chance to chop it up with him, and then we kind of started building, and then we started doing some collabs and whatnot, and the relationship just kind of started to snowball from there. And then he started promoting more. I started seeing more promotion with the Polished Arrow stuff, and I was like, man, I want to be a part of something, you know. I've been a part of different collectives and whatnot, and but structurally things just fell apart, you know. Whether it been just people were on had their own agenda, or just people were um, just didn't have a clear vision for what they wanted uh, the collective or whatever it may be to look like going forward. And so just having conversations with David one night is it. I mean, he the mission, the vision was just crystal clear, right up the alley with where I'm at with my music and what I call my ministry as well. And so I wanted to just be a part. I was eager to be a part of it, man, and I'm just blessed to be a part of Polished Arrow and seeing what we could do going forward, man.
Yeah, man. So like whenever you're talking about moving forward, and you've got this team, you've got this label, behind you now, man, like what does that look like for you? Like what does that kind of do to you as you move forward and you're going into work on new music and stuff? I mean, what does it bring to the table for you as an artist, to be in this environment now?
I feel like it brings for me more solidarity, a brotherhood, you know, a collect whatever you may want to call it. You know, it brings that. I don't want to say validity, but in a sense, it kind of brings some of that to the table because of, be honest, man, David's impeccable, his path, his journey that he's been on with this, man. I mean, his catalog speaks for itself, man. So, along with the other brothers, man, that are part of Polished Arrow too, man. So, it's for me, it's like learning, man. I feel like at this point in my walk and just my journey with this music, man, it's like uh, I feel like I've gotten to a point now where I understand some things, but I'm not afraid to keep learning, you know. And these guys keep me on my toes, man, keep me sharp and keep me focused. And it's a blessing to be a part of that type of accountability. That's like very direct and really, really trying to I guess set us up for success. So
Yeah.
that's a hard thing. That sometimes, especially in the space that we're in, sometimes we don't see that. We don't see that unity. We don't see that that genuine. Man, I want to see the next person win. And one thing about David, man, he's just super humble, man, super humble, and wants to see all of us win, man. Uh, and that's a cheap plug for his new single. Go stream "Winning."
Yeah, man. Hey, dude, I'll back that. I will back that up 100%, man. I almost said I backed that thing up. I don't know what I got a little juvenile in me for a second there. I don't know what happened, but but no, I'll back that up, man. Because like, hey, I know you guys know, and some people, that kind of follow what we do here at 520. They know that like I do like press releases and stuff. And honestly, man, I can credit that to David as well, man. Whenever I first started jumping into attempting to do some press releases, Dave gave me a shot at his. He's like, "Hey, you write halfway decent," and I was like, "Well, thank you, man." So, he gave me that start, man. Now here we are, getting to share all kinds of different artists with the world, hopefully. So, but yeah, so you also mentioned, shouting out the other members. I mean, obviously we got Dex, we got Intellect here. Shout out to Pro Size. He wasn't able to join us, but Pro as well. He just dropped a new record last week. Need You, right?
Yep. Cold.
Um,
Yeah.
What you'll want to say? I
Yeah.
know you'll want to shout that out and
Yeah.
tell people to go
Yeah. For
listen to
sure.
that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. He has coming out, in the single you, um, project with Percent. Uh, he produced all the track, and I will say this: um, it 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 it's really a mix of just rap from the standpoint of being truly vulnerable when it comes to his relationship with God. The fact that there is this for God in his life. Um, the title is called All Things. Uh, it's amazing, and like he's willing to just be full and share his heart. I give him a lot of credit. And it's a very deep and somebody like Jay Roden who just is really at the boom bap but full deep feel to a deep texture to it. There's just like a perfect match. I'm really excited about getting that excited about it.
That's what's up. That is what's up. Yeah, man. Again, guys, with us, Intellect, Just James, Dex, they're all of Polished Arrow. They're dropping music like crazy. If you haven't been paying attention, we were just talking about the new record from their guy, Procise, Need You. Intellect just dropped Winning, and it's not slowing down. Like, I know that for sure. I know it's not slowing down. I know you guys are kind of in this, um, maybe early stage of I wouldn't say reinventing yourselves as artists, right? But you're more of a, hey, let us introduce us as a group, as a crew, as a collective to y'all, and what we're gonna give you, right? So I know we've been getting these individual records coming out, but I know whenever something like this happens, right? When a collaboration forms between very talented artists individually, the bar is there, right? The expectations are there. Okay, like what are we going to see coming? So I know you might not be able to share everything, obviously, but what can you tell us, man? Like, what is on the horizon? What is coming from Polished Arrow as we go through 2023 that people need to be jumping behind, getting behind, supporting?
We have a schedule with be coming out. So first of all, speak to Dag will come out in March. Pro planning on dropping a co-project. We've got project which is a co-project for Ice. His project with Just James has got to sing Just Raised in the chamber. The imagination of the mandate comes. So there's just a laundry list. All really got tentative dates most of these, and a lot of them either in process or done. We're poised to be we're gonna be requesting pretty heavy in the near if you don't get arthritis there.
Man, it's cool, dude. There's a Chat GPT and stuff like that now, so we'll be straight. So, nah. But Dude, so Dex, I think you're maybe the only one that hasn't necessarily worked with some of these guys so far as anything that's officially out, right?
Yep.
So what are you most looking forward to as far as the rest of the year and starting to get into that groove, man? And I guess just what is your kind of just expectation?
Man,
Like are you pushing these guys? Are you challenging them? Are you like, I'm coming for y'all, or how are you approaching this?
I'm approaching it by one day at a time, seeking the Lord, bro. To be honest with you, because in the past, man, one thing, one of my weaknesses is I was always like the MacGyver at everything. Would just dive in and just try to just really, really, really conquer what I'm doing. One thing I learned is to humble myself and just put Christ first in what I'm doing, and that's what led me to Polished Arrow. Man, when I'm just really focused on him, he kind of really just leads me to what's next. He keeps me sharp, and these brothers right here is iron sharpens iron, and we really do support each other in everything we do. I really do appreciate being part of the collective on the label. But one thing that I'm really excited about is fellowship. Any guys that I've been talking to behind the scenes, the guys that I work with, I make sure that's straight first. That's what I'm really looking forward to, is building and pouring into each other and making sure that we right, and having that opportunity to use this as a tool to evangelize and share the gospel. And that's what I'm really excited about and looking forward to. I know I got like a release coming up in March, but I was talking to the producer, Praise, the other day. I was like, bro, that's what led me to make that track, was the fact that I was taking time with the Lord. And that's what led me to really dive in and grab my pen and go at it, and whenever I feel like, all right, I really want to jump into this, and I think it's more me, I shut it down. Something I've really been working on and really been praying through. Take me out of the picture, and Lord, I want to lean on what you want me to do, with it.
Yeah, man. And James, kind of weigh in, man. Like we've heard you in Intellect. We know what y'all can do, right? We know where the lane. How do you view just adding the our guy Dex here? Like, what do you see him bringing to the group? Whenever you're looking as kind of an outsider, I mean, I think he knows he's got to come in and do what he does, right? But what are you already seeing with him being a part of what's happening here?
Man, one thing about Dex, man, he's been in the game for a long time, man. So he's got that veteran, I guess, experience under his belt, man. So like, he's been there. He's worked with a lot of guys that, I'll be honest, that like I kind of fan over sometimes, and so
Right.
he's been there. He's got that experience, but he's coming into that with that, but also with a Christ mindset, man. Just talking with him, chopping up with him, man. It's nothing like everything that he's doing. It's all with a Christ mindset, and that's a beautiful thing to have, man. Especially to be where he was at and to be where he is now, and to to see both spectrums. In all honesty, and so he's bringing that to the table. I mean, guy got bars, man. Got bars. I mean, he's ridiculous with it, man. And one thing, man, is like, a lot of us in this space, believe it or not, a lot of us in this space are, if we could be honest, man, a lot of us are nerds in a sense, man. We nerd out over we got people in CHH that are Marvel fans. We got people in CHH that are like DC. We got people in CH that, for me, I love wrestling. So like, there's a huge community of that, man. So he's bringing that to the table too, man. And so it's it's an awesome thing to have him on a board, and I don't think any of us are looking at it like, he's coming for us, or he's coming for this, coming for that, or whatever. We got to step our games up. Of course, we got to step our games up, but it's not because of bringing Dex on board. It's him being it's just another brother to really build with and to add to the fold, and if anything, man, we're stronger than ever, man, right now. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, man, that what he's bringing to the table, man.
Dude, that's that humble spirit coming from you, man. It's okay. It's okay if you say you're gonna go out there and eat, man. Come on now. We need some more of that. But you said we nerds, man. I'm more of a dork. I don't know if you know that or not, but I own it. And dude, James, I watched wrestling for the first time probably since high school. A couple weeks ago, man. I watched the Royal Rumble because like we got Peacock, the Peacock
Yeah.
app. They ran like a Black Friday deal where you got for like 99 cents a month for the year,
Mm,
and they had the Royal Rumble on Peacock, dude. And I was watching, I
yep.
was like, man, I don't know half of these dudes anymore. You know what I'm saying? But
Man,
shout out to Cody Rhodes, I guess. Shout out to
man,
him.
you'd be
So,
surprised the community that we have. We actually have a chat, man, where it's literally like it's me, Q Flow, Cut Right. I mean, a bunch of Brinson's in
oh,
the group, man.
dude, like in high school, we were all about like we were the house where like people would come over and we would buy the pay-per-views, and we'd watch it and cook pizzas and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, like I went to a couple of Monday Night Raws. It was fun.
Yep.
Like my wife was like looking at me when we were watching the Royal Rumble. She's like, "Why are you watching this?" And I'm like, "It's kind of fun, man. I mean, you know
It
that
is.
you know that it's not real, and
Mhm.
it's got a little bit of everything, right? It's got all the things you love in a good story, right? It's got drama and
Exactly.
comedy and all this different
And
stuff,
and that was the thing this year.
action and violence.
The drama was there this year. The drama was there this year. So if you didn't watch Royal Rumble, I suggest you go watch Royal Rumble. I'm not plugging WWE, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I feel like the Royal Rumble is still going because Rey Mysterio never made it out there, so I feel like it's
Exactly.
not officially over.
Yeah,
What, what's
maybe he's the actual winner. Who knows? I don't
He
know.
should be. He should. I don't know what we're talking about right now, but uh, I can tell you this, man. 2023 is the year. It's the year, man. We're gonna see. Not only are we seeing boom bap with this, like, man, not necessarily. I guess resurgence. I guess we can call it a resurgence, right? Like, I mean, it's especially in the Christian hip hop world, man. I think we've really seen it, come in full circle, right? And people, you know, being very serious about that lyricism, right? And it's a beautiful thing. And Polished Arrow, I think, is at the forefront of that, man. Like you can't talk about boom bap in the faith based world without talking about what you guys are doing. And even if people don't know that yet, by the end of the year, they're gonna know that. Is all I'm telling you. Like, I know we're gonna push it here at 520, man. So I just want to encourage y'all, man. I'm excited about Polished Arrow. I'm excited about what y'all are doing, man. Because each record takes it up a notch, man. You know, been a big fan of Intellect for a while, and then what you're doing, Dave, with the engineering side of stuff. I mean, you're not gonna be able to deny what is going on. I mean, that's what drew Dex in, right? So, um, so if you guys had to throw that elevator pitch out, you meet someone and you're like, hey, y'all need to check out what we're doing. You need to check out the music. What's the elevator pitch, man? What's the hook? What is bringing in these listeners this year, and how do they get behind and truly support what's happening?
I think it's the quality. I mean, it's the quality with what we do, but it's ministry minded and faith the heart. You know what I mean? It's that, lyricism, skill. It's just it, it's consistent. Everybody's gonna bring it in their own, but we're gonna always put out the highest quality product. It's just gonna be a level of her. It's gonna be undeniable. One artist, you're gonna hear the next level too, and so that's, and you're going to hear in the message. You know, the song has to say Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You're going to understand what we do, and it's very, that's all of our hearts.
Amen. We love it. And that's what it's all about here at 520, man. So you guys know you can stay tapped into 520 Collective. We'll be behind and supporting what is going on with Polished Arrow. Again, we are so super excited, man. Fellas, I want to thank y'all for taking your time out on a Friday night when you could be doing probably a lot of other things other than hanging out with me, you know, but you guys come on here and you took the time out to talk to us about it, man. You know, you guys already know, man. We're gonna get you back on throughout the year as stuff is happening and talk about it. Obviously, the new record, Winning, Intellect, DJ Sean P. It is live. It is streaming. Go and check it out, as well as Need You, Procise, his record from a week ago. So, yeah, go check out that back catalog. Go check out that stuff from Dex. Just James, the humble tape, out there still doing this thing, right? You haven't given up on that, James, have you?
Never.
Come on, man. I mean, it's been more than a weekend, so
I know people are already forgetting already. So
nah, man, no. Hey, dude,
No.
it has been crazy out the gate this year, crazy. So yeah, man.
I do want to say, man, sincerely appreciate you. I appreciate our friendship. I mean, and so and your support, the brothers and the crew, just bro who couldn't make it. So, sincerely thank Money Man for you know, really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. No doubt, no doubt. Like I said, this isn't the last time we'll talk. We'll get back on here, and we will
For sure.
keep people up to date on what's happening. But make sure that you go to 520collective.com, join our Telegram channel as well, 520collective.com/Telegram. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, while you're here, you might as well hit the subscribe button. You know, I don't know. I think you're supposed to say like smash the likes or something or ring a bell. I don't know all the official ways to say this thing, but hit subscribe. Let us know that you're here, man. Drop us a comment. We'll respond to you. We love it. And we'll be back here again soon, guys, with some more amazing streams with some great faith-based Christian hip-hop, Christian rap artists right here live on YouTube and Twitter. But thank you for tuning in for this episode. And again, shout out to the Bookkeeper 24/7. Check them out at tbk247.com as they sponsored this stream. And yeah, man, something big's coming. I wish I could tell you right now, but I can't. But we're gonna be able to tell you soon. Something big's coming. So stick close with us, okay? As we be able to announce that hopefully next week. So yeah, man. Hey guys, appreciate y'all. We'll be talking soon, but let's go.